Hey guys, Frostmite here, and I'm going to be talking about some of the new spoilers we just got for the set coming out April 2nd called Dual Power. Now, in case you didn't know, the date of release for official CG stores is now April 2nd, not April 5th, with the regular launch of the set on April 3rd now. Now, a lot of people are thinking that because of this, and Konami having said that the next ban list will come out at the earliest on April 2nd, that this could signify a ban list coming out either the day of or the day after this release. While I can't confirm or deny that myself, it's interesting speculation, but what we can look at today are some of the cards that were confirmed into the set, and some of them that I think are pretty cool. So first we're going to go over the set list. So if you haven't seen it already, it's got Dark Magician of Chaos, which is the new ritual version of Dark Magician, Dark Cavalry, Drawl of Fate, Elemental Hero Grand Merge, Double Hero Attack, Signal Burst, Signal Warrior, Stardust Wish, number 39 Utopia Double, Utopia Onomatopoeia, Shining Draw, Odd Eyes Advance, Performer Pal Smile Sorcerer, Soul Pendulum, Cyber's Enchanter, Backup Supervisor, Decode Destruction, Bond Between Teacher and Student, Dark Magic Twin Burst, Magic Gate of Miracles, Double Bite Dragon, Trickster Foxglove Witch, Trickster Magical Laurel, Goki Jet Ogre, Gogi Cage Match, Booster Dragon, Tactical Exchanger, Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spears, which is one of the new imports of the Link versions of the Heretic Dragon Spheres. Then we have the Crowley, the first Prophesier, which is the Prophecy Link. Aromatherapy Jasmine, which is the Aromatherapy Link. Thunder Dragon Thunderstorm Mech, the Thunder Dragon Link. Then we have Nine-Tailed Fox, Righty Driver, Lefty Driver, Photon Advancer, Predapant, Spider Orchid, Cyber Dragon Notster, Security Dragon, the Link 2 that lets you bounce a card your opponent controls to the hand if it's co-linked. Beat Cop from the Underworld, Platinum Gadget, Quintet Magician, the five-headed dragon for magicians essentially, Toon Dark Magician Girl, Silver Gadget, Gold Gadget, Harpy Dancer, Ring Dragon Raw Sphere Mode, and Immortal Phoenix, Divine Serpent Ge, Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, Chaos Form, Carter Demise, Dark Magic Circle, Eternal Soul, Vision Hero Vylon, Ancient Gear Golem Ultimate Pound, we have Miracle Fusion, Mark of the Rose, 3 of the Red Dragon Archfiend Synchros, the Star Seraph Scepter and Sovereignty, and we get another printing of Galaxy Soldier again as an Ultra. So we've got a Super and a Secret and 2 Ultras of that now. Galaxy Full Armor Photon Dragon, Double or Nothing, Exceed Change Tactics, Predaplant, Orphis, Scorpio. So that completes the Predaplant combo to search out your fusion spells. Frightful Patchwork, Crystal Wing Synchro, Predaplant, Dragostelepelia. Link Disciple, we got Link Creeble coming out as an Ultra, which will destroy, and it already has destroyed, the value of the Shonen Jump promo. Then we have alternate arts for Trickster, Holy Angel, Goki, the Great Ogre, Boral Sword, and then we have our hand traps, Ghost Ogre, Ghost Reaper, Ash Blossom, and Ghost Bell. We got Zorbarg, the Mega Monarch. That's the one that when you tribute it, you can destroy a light monster or any monster, and if it is a light monster, your opponent sends monsters from their you and your opponent, send monsters from the extra deck to the graveyard equal to the level of that monster, and if it's a light monster, you get to choose your opponents. Then we have Heretic Dragon of Tefnut, High Priestess of Prophecy, Jasmine, Rosemary, and then we get into the Necros. We got Shuret, Colossus, Bryonic, Trishula, Unicorn, and Valk. So the entire bulk of the deck you're going to be able to build now, which is fantastic because, you know, Bryonic was at 60, Valk was still at 30, Trishula was still at 30, so that's going to really help that become more of an affordable deck. Shaddoll Construct, Naturia Beast, Heretic Dragon, King of a Tomb. We have Super Quantal Mech King Great Magnus, Shaddoll Construct, Quillport Genius gets that hollow it deserves, El Shaddoll Fusion, Necros Mirror, and Kaleidoscope, evenly matched, one of the big reprints, Infinite Impermanence, another big reprint. And then we have the promos that are the alternate arts of Dark Magician, Elemental Hero Neos, Stardust Dragon, Utopia, Odd Eyes Pendulum, and Decode Talker. So one of the first cards that I want to talk about here is Drawl of Fate. And what it does is, when it's activated, when your opponent monsters declare an attack, you negate the attack, and if you do, each player draws a card. During this turn's end phase, if a player did not use their drawn card, that player loses the duel. So while it has such a strange effect, I could see this being very interesting to use. If you, and like a card like Spirals, if you have I don't know, Psychic Blocker, and you activate Spiral, Super Agent, you know the top card of your opponent's hand, deck, and all that good stuff. I can't really see any practical uses for it, but it does have a really interesting effect, and one of the few cards that allow your opponent to outright lose the duel. And everybody knows Konami doesn't like their alternate win conditions. And just for that, I do think that this might be a card that we could see in the future on the ban list. As you know, Final Countdown's on the ban list. Final, what is it? Final Battle? No, that's not it. The Trap that makes your opponent and you each summon a monster from the deck, and whoever has the last monster standing wins. That's banned. Exodia's all at 1, and any other card that would beat your opponent that doesn't go by the traditional means of reducing the life points to 0, Konami typically either bans or limits. So I could see this card, just for that reason, going to the ban list one day. The next card I wanted to talk about was the Quintet Magician. Ooh, where is that one at? Right here. And because that is the 5-headed dragon of the magicians. So it requires 5 spellcaster type monsters. It must be fusion summoned. If this card is fusion summoned using 5 spellcaster monsters with different names as materials, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. It cannot be tributed nor used as fusion material. Also, it cannot be destroyed by card effects, which gives magicians, whether that is pendulum magicians or dark magicians or any other variants, a pretty powerful boss monster in the form of Quintet Magician. Now, of course, we have the magicalized fusion that I don't think is coming out in this set unless they renamed it. That lets you essentially use a Dragon's Mirror to summon this. It lets you banish from the field or graveyard monsters that are listed for fusion material on a spellcaster monster. It doesn't have to be listed by name, it's just fusion materials. So, and something like Pendulum Magicians or even a Dark Magician build or Prophecies that can load that graveyard up with monsters or put them on the field. In the case of Pendulum Magicians, they're able to bring out Quintet Magician, which can't be tributed by anything like a Kaiju or Sphere Mode, and also can't be destroyed by card effects, and on summon nukes your opponent's field. It is a very, very strong card that we could probably see in play. And then the last card that I really, really wanted to talk about was Utopia Double. And so what he does is he takes 2 materials, 2 level 4 monsters, just like Utopia, and his effect is a quick effect. You can detach a material from this card, add 1 double or nothing from your deck to your hand, then special summon 1 Utopia Exceed monsters from your extra deck, except number 39 Utopia Double, by using this face-up card you control as material. And if you do, double its attack, but it cannot attack directly. This is treated as an Exceed summon. Transfer this card's materials to that summon monster. You can only use this effect in number 39 Utopia Double once per turn. Now, the reason that I think this card's going to be really neat is because you can summon Utopia, just a regular Utopia out of that, and make his attack 5,000. So off the bat, you can put out a Utopia with 5,000 attack that can negate an attack. It'll only have 1 material, but the real thing is that you can, make it have 5,000 attack. You can also put on Utopia Beyond, give it 6,000 attack. And since it's treated as an Exceed summon, not only can you summon those monsters, but any of them that have the effects that it needs to be used on it can be used. And I really think that Utopia Beyond might be the target for that. And its effect is if this card is Exceed summon, the attack of all monsters your opponent currently controls becomes 0. Once per turn, during the other player's turn, you can detach 1 Exceed material from this card, then target 1 face-up Exceed monster you control, and 1 Utopia monster in your graveyard. Banish the first target, and if you do, special summon the second target, then gain 1,250 life points. So why I think that's going to be good is because you're going to be able to use this monster with 2 materials to summon out a monster with 6,000 attack, and you're going to wipe off your opponent's monster's attacks. And since that monster can't attack directly, but you're summoning out a monster that zeroes out your opponent's attacks, it won't completely win you the duel, but it's 6,000 damage going into time or anything like that. It's potentially another card that people can play on top of Lightning. You could also use it to summon Utopia Kaiser, which is 2 or more number Exceed monsters with the same rank that have Exceed material. Once per turn, you can special summon rank 9 or lower number monsters with 3,000 or less attack that have different ranks from each other from your extra deck up to the number of Exceed materials that this card has with different names attached to it. with their effects are negated, then detach 1 exceeds material from this card for each one. For the rest of this turn, unless this effect was negated, you cannot special summon, and any battle damage your opponent becomes halves. While you control another number exceeding monster, this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. That's the rank 12, and it also has 5,000 attack, and that card I could have sworn was also confirmed to be in this. No, that was confirmed to be in the Battle of Legends Heroes Revenge set. So we have that, and I think those are going to be the two biggest cards that we see that are going to be played with that. But that's going to bring in a lot more play with the Utopia line. So, you know, the Utopia Kaiser, and then the Utopia Beyond are going to really change the way we play, and maybe not push Lightning out of play, but we might have to open up a space for one more card in our extra deck. Alright guys, well thanks a lot for watching. Be sure to leave a comment on what you think you're looking forward to out of this set, and what you think is going to make an impact on everything of all the cards that we had imported, and what do you think about some of these reprints like the Necros, the Predaplants, and all that good stuff. So thanks for watching guys, and have a good night.